Welcome to the commencement ceremonies for Columbus Academy's class of 2023. It is so good to look out and see parents and grandparents, siblings and cousins, and of course our faculty and staff all gathered to celebrate this wonderful class. The last time most of us saw you together, seniors, was on the quad for the final bell. It is that day more than others on the school's calendar that, for me, signifies the beginning of the end of our seniors' schooling here. There is a sweetness to all being together. Hurt feelings and difficult moments seem to fade a bit. You reach out to one another with a sense that this time is precious. For what was mundane and habitual only days ago, checking in at 8 a.m., going to class, hanging out in the senior lounge, is really now a memory of your childhood. You may not even realize it, but every year at the final bell, and this year especially, the underclassmen rush out to embrace those of you that have touched them deeply, literally hanging on to you, suddenly grasping that you are going to leave them and leave us and begin to make your way in the world. College is in the adult world. High school belongs to the world of children. This is not only true because you could become 21 in college or because you are likely going to become much more independent from your parents, but because the choices and decisions of the way you live your life become so broad that you really lose any prescribed clarity on what decisions are going to bring the best results for what you hope to achieve. As a side note, I really hope that you struggle with what you want to achieve and what a good life really means. However, it's really all that we want, isn't it? I mean, no one sets out to have a bad life, and since this day, this commencement, is one of the first moments that you will begin to take full control of your future and your life, I am curious as to how you imagine you are going to achieve a good life. You, of course, have already considered this a little bit, intellectually, I know, in your ethics classes with Mr. Leet, in history classes that examine different leaders and their positive or negative impacts on their people, in language class that prescribes different cultures and their values of what life is all about. Philosophers of ancient time spent their lives thinking about how someone lives a good life. There is the moral life, as proposed by Socrates and Plato, to do the right thing. There is the hedonistic life, which is pleasure-filled, and Epicurus was a proponent of that. The happy life that Aristotle believed, that was filled with virtue and health and prosperity, friendship, luck, and engagement. Or the more modern characterization of a meaningful life, something that you devote your life to a cause. But now it's time for you to live your life, and even after college, when you lose the yearly reward of moving from one grade to the next each year, figuring out how you're advancing in life actually becomes a bit of a tricky endeavor. There's some interesting research that has just been published that followed closely 300 men since 1938. It's the longest longitudinal study by far, examining how people live their lives and finding out what factors made them happy and long. The book was compiled, all this data, into something called The Good Life. When starting out in the late 1930s, researchers had taken 200 or so Harvard sophomores, all male at the time, one happened to be President Kennedy, and added later about 200 men from around the city in Boston who had not gone to college and who had fewer societal advantages. At some point, 30 years ago, female offspring and the wives of the men were added. As researchers pored over the medical records and yearly questionnaires of these participants, many of whom in their second generation of this group are presently in their late 80s, one predictor stood out categorically, that happiness and health are inextricably mixed with good relationships. The study shows that close relationships are protective for our bodies. as they can actually prevent disease. But they are also protective of the brain, because if you feel you have people in your corner, no matter how hard things get, you are likely to survive through life's inevitable ups and downs, regardless of your earnings, your genes, or your sense of achievement. For the scientists who studied in 1938, this finding would have completely shocked them. They were sure at the time that intellectual ability, genetic patterns, exercise, and social standing would be the best predictor of health and happiness. The study goes on to note that the vast majority of participants, when they were interviewed in their later life, wished that they had risked more, loved more, and cared less about their status and money. And all of this is to tell you that when you set out on your own, seniors, get to know other people in your new world so that you belong to them and they belong to you. And of course, we here, your teachers, who have shepherded your development, and your parents and guardians who have loved you and cajoled you, we are all still here for you, missing you and thinking about you. In many ways, you have been raised by this community. Don't let your sense of ambition cloud how to live your rest of your life in the best ways. And in closing, remember, we build on foundations we do not lay. We warm ourselves by fires we did not light. We sit in the shade of trees we did not plant. We drink from the wells we did not dig. This is as it should be. Together, we are more than any one person could be. Together, we build across generations. Together, we renew our hope and faith in the life that is yet to unfold. We are ever bound in community. May it be so. Godspeed, seniors. Thank you. I have a bit of an unscripted moment for us right now. During our honors assembly a week ago, we made the mistake of accidentally omitting Luke Boltz, our senior, from the 12-season athlete award list, something he has worked very hard to achieve since his 9th grade year. I want to take the opportunity to let him be acknowledged now. Luke, will you still please stand and be recognized? Thank you.
Good morning, faculty members, guests, friends, families, and most importantly, my fellow graduates. As I stand here today, I am filled with an assortment of emotions. The excitement of reaching this milestone, the nostalgia for the memories we've created, and the bittersweet realization that we are leaving the familiar halls that have shaped us. Our hearts are also filled with thoughts for our beloved classmate, Louis Becker, who left us at such a young age. Though his presence is deeply missed, his memory will remind us of the preciousness of life as we walk across the stage today. First, let us express our deepest gratitude to our faculty and staff who have committed themselves to shaping our minds. Your patience, guidance, and unwavering support have been the pillars of our growth and success. You have inspired us to explore our passions, pursue knowledge, and to reach for greatness. Thank you for believing in us when we doubted ourselves. We must also acknowledge the immense love, sacrifice, and dedication our parents have shown us throughout our time at Academy. From the countless times they've had to listen to Just One Candle during lower school closing, to the times they've had to pick us up late from dances, our parents have provided us constant support, and for that, we forever owe them our gratitude. Now, as we head off to college, let us carry the lessons we have learned from our parents, faculty, and staff. Let us hold on to the values they've instilled in us as we embark on our individual paths. And finally, to the class of 2023, we are here today as a testament to the incredible bond we have formed over the years. Together, we have shared countless memories. We took part in the Lower School Wax Museum, survived the bed bugs on our middle school trip to DC, and even got through kayaking for 5 miles at the senior party this past Thursday. Through it all, we have formed unbreakable bonds and friendships that will last a lifetime. As we receive our diplomas, let us not forget the privilege and responsibility that comes with this achievement. It is not just a piece of paper, but a symbol of the knowledge, growth, and potential that resides within each of us. Congratulations, class of 2023. May our paths be filled with success, happiness, and fulfillment. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Alicia Dang. Voted on by her peers with the approval of faculty, Alicia is the recipient of this year's Carey Cup, an award established by the class of 1951 in honor of their classmate Andrew W. Carey, Jr., and given annually to the senior chosen to be the speaker for the graduating class. Alicia joined Columbus Academy in the 9th grade and quickly acclimated to her new school. Ever ready to participate in the life of the school, Alicia was on student council in the 11th grade and was this year's co-student body president. She was also co-president of Columbus Academy's Model UN, and she spent a great deal of her time, both in class and out, refining her drawing and painting skills in the art room. If you attended the senior art show, you would have undoubtedly come across many of her pieces. Some of her favorite CA memories include spending time painting in Morris Hall and hanging out on the quad with her close friends. In the fall, she will be headed to Yale University to study computing and the arts. Given her kind nature and support of her peers, we are delighted to have her speak on behalf of the class. Please welcome Alicia to the stage.
Good morning, esteemed faculty members, loved ones, and most importantly, the group we are all here to celebrate today, the class of 2023. I am beyond honored for this opportunity to be standing up on this stage before you all. But even more, let us all be grateful for the memories and lessons that this class has exchanged with each other. Commencement is a commemoration of time. We come together on this sunny Monday morning to remember the past, celebrate the present, and inspire the future, no matter how our experiences and paths have intersected with one another. So 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes and maybe just a little bit more of your valuable time is all I ask from you today. I would like to begin from the first moments that we were welcomed into the Columbus Academy. For some of us, that was back in the day of rainbow looms and goldfish graham crackers, and for others of us, it was as recent as meeting our mini-me's at convocation. We were shorter, younger, and probably much less mature than we are today, but we've grown together over the past 10 months and more. Remember when we started off our year downtown with over 5 advisories trying to squeeze into that pork and Dottos for lunch? Or the countless breakfast surprises we've received from our college counselors and senior parents. Man, the amount of work that our parents and faculty have put in for us, for our countless treats, surprises, and events, deserves a ceremony on its own. But what they have given us goes much more beyond the presents and the flair. They have also been there to hear our stories and, in harder times, help us write and tell them. Let us give them a round of applause for all their dedication and support. Although in a much different way, the students sitting here with us today have also exhausted themselves during their time here. From the daunting and haunting college process to the hectic ride that was preparing for the senior art show, there are so many great memories from this class. Just a few including Ethan Kim and Eiling Hu's concerts during our school dances, Aditi Mohan Selvan's world-class chess commentary, and winter formal led by our beloved class president, Megan Klingerman. We spent our days together in these halls that surround us right now, up until that final bell rang on May 5th, before going our separate ways to complete our internships and senior projects alike. Throughout the course of our upper school careers, each of us have had our ups and downs, but we've overcome our downs and shared our ups with those closest to us. But now it is time for the present of upper school to transform into the past as we move on to the future in the next chapter of our lives. To be honest, I'm not sure if I'm quite ready to graduate yet. So let's not treat today as a goodbye, but rather a see you later. The future is bright and hopeful. Like the teachers that have taught you during your time at Academy, I have full faith that all of us will discover our own passions, successes, and joys. Do not wait for happiness. Find it. And if you cannot find it, create it. A wise woman once said, "Cherish these nights, cherish these people." Life is a movie, but there will never be a sequel. So carpe diem, class of 2023. Seize the day, every day. Congratulations, we finally made it.
I first met Sarah Milks Bethel 10 years ago. She was a brand new trustee, and I was a brand new head of school. She worked for Bath and Body Works then, and I was immediately enveloped by her warmth. She brought me all kinds of new lotions and shampoos that she had been, designing and building the brand for. And together in that Panera, do you remember that Panera? Yeah. We tried to figure out what we had just gotten ourselves into. She knew Columbus Academy, and I didn't. She's a 1998 graduate of the Academy. Sarah was active in student government, editor of the yearbook, and goalie for the 1997 state championship field hockey team. She graduated from Vanderbilt University in 2002 and is currently senior executive with Unilever, the 5th largest consumer goods company worldwide, currently embedded as a global head of supply chain in their prestige beauty division. She has remained involved in Columbus Academy in a variety of ways, serving on the alumni board, the board of trustees, and PACA. Sarah and her husband, Brock, are raising their son, Jack, who is currently a second grader at CA, the class of 2033. Please welcome our commencement speaker, Sarah Milks Bethel.
Wow. And Jack would be first to remind you, he's now in 3rd grade. So, well, all right. You left off my biggest accomplishment. My senior project was studying beach erosion for 2 weeks, and I had just the best tan ever. It literally got approved. I don't know how. It was great. All right. So 25 years ago, I was sitting in those same seats, but in the gym. And I can't tell you, I was really done with high school. I was ready to be out of here. I hated the speed bumps. And I remember celebrating after driving down them for the very last time, like, bye-bye, bye-bye. And I come to this campus every day, and every day I'm back, I feel the raw emotions of my time here as a student. From losing the state championship my junior year in field hockey to coming back and winning it my senior year, the anxiety of the junior speech, that's feeling a little bit today. And contrasted by the joyous, we toilet papered Coach Horton's home, I'm very sorry. The first crushes, the crushing heartbreaks, the physics test failures, the secret smooches in the forest during Phil Hess's biowarfare biology class. And I spent a decade in vibrant cities like Nashville and New York, but I found myself drawn back to 62 and Cherry Bottom. And actually, the wildest and most amazing events have happened in this square mile. I met my husband, Brock, on a dollar bet at Coach's. Don't judge, they have great pizza. Later, we exchanged vows at St. Matthew's in front of so many of our classmates, and a fire alarm went off in the middle of our vows. And 5 years after that, after a board meeting at CA, my water broke at Creekside Plaza. So, I once despised the speed bumps, but now every day when I get to drive Jack to school, I love the calm and unhurried time I get to spend with him in the back seat. The lower school car line, though, that's my new nemesis. So, as you move to the next phase of your life, I'm going to share 3 important keys with you today. Regardless of what path you choose, I'm going to implore you to have a sense of humor about yourself. I want you to be fearless about asking for help, and I want you to become great at saying thank you. I believe with this, you can navigate all these speed bumps that you're gonna have for the rest of your life. So first and foremost, let me tell you why laughing at yourself is going to be absolutely critical. You are about to embark on a journey filled with the most awe-inspiring, utterly magnificent mistakes you can ever imagine that are gonna happen. Some of them are gonna hit you like a ton of bricks. They're gonna leave you wide-eyed and worried sick. Most, with humor and distance, will become legendary stories. Over the past few years, you've been on a relentless quest for perfection. While dominating exams, delivering a flawless performance, or dominating on the field, you may have been terrified that one little slip-up would cost you everything. But let me assure you, your future professional world has its own brand of stress-inducing blunders, and I have pioneered many of them for you. Picture this. I'm a young, aspiring Bath & Body Works associate. I'm really working hard to be responsible and accountable and a great leader. And I send the entire company an email announcing my imminent PTO, or personal time off. I come back after a week of bliss to realize I had sent the entire company an email that said I was going to be on POT, or pot, for the week. Yes, so my aspiring leader was now known as Pot Girl. I really failed to see the humor of it at the time. I wanted to leave at lunch and never come back. But what became my biggest mistake professionally ended up being something that saves my sanity on a daily basis. Laughing at yourself. It helps me survive this professional jungle every day. And when people saw that I could laugh at my own mistakes, they felt comfortable making mistakes with me and for me. And we make them all the time. My second piece of advice is to fearlessly ask for help. The last 18 years has been a test and learn dynamic of your support and this rallying squad around you to ensure that you leave today being able to do all these things on your own, tying your shoes, ride a bike, drive a car, get dressed, laundry, hope we can make a meal. But today that ends. You're gonna get this diploma, or your license to adult. And that's evidence that you can do everything that you're gonna need to do on your own. But I implore you to celebrate quickly and then fearlessly begin asking for help tomorrow. This is where it gets wild. These parents of yours, who may not be the coolest cats and who you've doubted and can't pass a fit check, they are going to transform into legitimate geniuses. They know how to do things. They know how to do taxes, invest money, car maintenance, house maintenance. They've raised children and navigated complex careers. They've seen all of the speed bumps you're going to see. They may be plotting to turn your room into a home gym in the next 60 days. But man, they love taking those superhero capes out of the closet. They love to fly in, save you from a daunting roommate situation. They love to make your favorite meal for no reason. And I remember Mom thinking that you were flown in from heaven when you showed up at my house to let me take a shower after Jack had been born. The Academy community also remains on high alert to help. It may feel a little bit awkward when your former math teacher, Mr. Warren, says, "You can call me John now." Yes, 25 years ago, Mr. Warren was my calculus teacher. TI 85 games and SOHCAHTOA. Don't use them. But trust me, John will be a lifesaver when you're trying to navigate the kindergarten application process for your own. The Alumni Association also welcomes you into the fold today. We also remind everybody there's 25 days left to give your annual fun gift. But kidding aside, every single one of us, 4,297 of us, would love to help you find an internship, a job, or dispense career advice. We jump at the chance to be a familiar face to share a meal in your new city, or give you a ride home after a grueling semester away. Example, Mrs. Sinclair and I used to rock it down Highway 65 to and from Nashville. Fearlessly asking for help is the most courageous and vulnerable thing you can do. It takes courage to admit that you don't have all the answers. It takes courage to acknowledge that we can benefit from others' guidance and support. And when we fearlessly ask for help for others, we create a ripple effect of collaboration, empathy, and growth. We open doors to diverse perspectives, solutions, and most of all, meaningful relationships. True strength is not only measured by what you're able to do on your own, but willingness in your ability to lean on others. And after you have asked and received help, my last piece of encouragement is to become an absolute expert in saying thank you. Say it as much as possible. Say thank you early and often with handwritten notes, with handshakes, hugs, high fives, texts, gifts, memes. Show up. Make your thank you sincere and specific. So I'm going to model the behavior for you today. Last time. Faculty and staff, thank you for showing up every day. You showed up and led in a global pandemic without a playbook. You focused on the students and inspired them to be good humans when the school worked to find its soul again. Your dedication, drive, and focus has taught all of us a lesson in resilience and determination. You have kept us safe. We have felt your love. We are curious and creative thinkers because of your teachings. They will be successful in following their passions because of your encouragement and support. Thank you, staff. All right, turn to your classmates, your besties, your BFFs, your teammates, your ride or dies. We're going to say thank you to your friends. Through it all, you have been our constant companions, our confidants, and our biggest supporters. My BFFs of over 30 years are in the audience today. With your friends' support, they may have coaxed you into growing out your bangs in 7th grade. Maybe they drove through the night to help you heal a broken heart. And maybe you will put their Washington, D.C. condo on for sale on Craigslist without their knowledge. Just text "move home" to the number above in hopes that they will move back to Columbus, and it works. No doubt they will make you buy numerous bridesmaid dresses that no matter how much they say, you will never wear again. Thank you to your friends for loving you before you knew who you were, loving you for the person you are today, and they are so excited to see who you're going to be tomorrow. All right, finally to our families. And to the parents and guardians, I'm going to switch it up a little bit. I'm going to say thank you from this class, but from their future selves, because it's going to take them a few decades to fully realize what you just did. So thank you from their future selves. Thank you to the parent or guardian who had the spark to consider independent education. We know your sacrifices have laid the groundwork for their success. The lessons they've learned from you have shaped our characters and equipped them to face the challenges of the world with confidence and resilience. Thank you for everything that you have done and continue to do. We are privileged to be your children, and we hope we make you proud every day. To my own parents, I want to convey a heartfelt thank you for everything you've done and continue to do. My mom drove us from Circleville, Ohio for 6 years. That's 3 times around the planet. Your parents will literally drive around the world for you. The achievement's not just mine, it's as much as my family's at all of us. Their guidance, unwavering support have been my anchor through the highs and lows of my journey. Everybody has worked so hard to give me the gift of Columbus Academy, and above all, I am forever grateful. So today is a perfect day to become an expert in saying thank you. You are in person on a beautiful day surrounded by the people that you have been significant influences in your life. Take the time today to say thank you. And as you leave Academy today and drive the speed bumps, which you think may be for the last time, remember that life is a journey, but with a sense of humor, a willingness to ask for help, and a commitment to saying thank you, I have no doubt you will navigate the bumps with grace. Congratulations to the class of 2023. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. Seniors, I get to call you that one last time. I believe we're ready for the moment that you've been waiting for a long time. First row. Please stand. Arman Aurora. Sagar Arya. Eva Marie Baker. Alexander Stephen Belalowski. Tigran Bedoyan. Quinn Collette Black. Luke Stephen Bolts. Edward Ely Bonham. Adam Joseph Bradley, Jr. Samuel Joseph Braveman. George Thomas Brigden. Claire Elizabeth Cahal. Casey Chai. Jacob Martin Kolodny. Anna Stephanie Chang. Naomi Chen. Maya Corridori. Sophia Constantine. Morgan Burge Crane. Alexis Leandra Lynn Cunningham. Mara K. Diacentis. Alicia Z. Dang. Gabriel Eguia Eribo. Jasmine Tamel Evans. Tyler E. Ferris. Catherine Ann Fornchell. Eliza Claire Freitag. Samantha Lee Frickle. Miles Asher Friedman. Catherine Anna Gerst. Robert R. Gerst. Arjun Anil Gokhale. Sean Michael Guin. Sakith Sai Gudametla. Harold Barton Hacker. Jonathan Tyler Hammond. Colin Patrick Harrison. Leah Catherine Hempel. Griffin Thomas Henry. Cameron Henry Seymour. Charles E. Haywood. Charles Thomas Hobart. Jin Chao Hu. Yiling Hu. Grace Keenan Hunter. Ava Margaret Hurst. Emmanuel Smith Jenkins. Vanika Meher Jindal. Lucas Raphael Jones. Leo William Cass. Adelaide Rose Kaufman. Ethan Isaiah Kim. Zachariah Orion Preston Kim. Max Andrew King. Megan Lee Klingerman. Maren Elizabeth Lawrence. Alexander Landon Gill Lesh. Gavin Patrick Lewis. Jacob Dylan Lichten. Chutian Lin. Grace Lowell. Stephen Stanley Ma. Gabriel Alexander Markey. Lane Claire Masick. Kendall Ann McGraw. Griffin Lewis Myers. Aditi Mohan Selvan. Emily Ann Mata. Jacob David Mowry. Imani McKenna Munene. Alexander L. Nanda. Arya Narayan. Nina Helen Onway. Alicia Simone Palmer. Nishta Rupan Patel. Victoria Elise Rakin. Arvind Rajagopalan. Nikhil Venu Reddy. Claire Margaret Richardson. Dylan Albert Ritzenthaler. Seth E. Robinson. Arnav Reddy Sari. Andrew Matthew Reza Shayani. Monish Sinha. Sophia Bella Slutsky. Riley Morgan Snook. Rebecca R. Sun. Allison Claire Sutherland. Yuvraj Tamina. Julian P. Thomas. Troy Jonathan Todd. Yasa Tommy. Ashley Tu. Charles Stanley Tuckerman. Shikara Reddy Vadi. Kevin Y. Wong. Rex Robert Whitney. Corey K. Wu. Catherine Wu. Nicole Lauren Young. Maxwell Antao Zhang. And Alan Zhu. And now, allow me to present to you the graduating class of 2023.
At this time, that concludes today's commencement. On behalf of the Columbus Academy, my name is Adam with Midwest Event Partners. We do appreciate you guys allowing us to be a part. Please travel safe. And again, congratulations to the class of 2023.